Hi everyone, I am Elton and today we are going to learn about figures of speech. Figures of speech is language that is used to enhance literature, especially poetry. And in this video, we will take a close look at some most commonly used figures of speech. So let's begin. Our very first figure of speech is simile. It is a word or a phrase that compares something to something else, and usually the words like or as are used. So as you see here, you're as skinny as a rail, or he stood tall like a tree, he was as brave as a lion. These are similes, a comparison. Next we have personification, coming from the word person. It is when you give an object or an animal a human quality. The leaves danced on the wind. Now leaves do not dance, but we understand what is meant, that the leaves are being blown by the wind, and so they appear as if they are dancing. Or the angry soul was visible. My heart was competing with my head. Personification. Then we have an interesting one called synecdoche. In this figure of speech, a part is made to represent the whole. All hands on deck, says the captain. But he doesn't mean that just our hands. It means all people on deck have to work. Or hungry mouths to feed. Or we often say, check out my new wheels, referring to a car. Synecdoche. Then we have antithesis. In this figure of speech, opposing or contrasting ideas are used near each other in a sentence. We must live together as brothers or perish together as fools, says Martin Luther King. Live and perish are opposing ideas. Commonly used is man proposes, God disposes. Or a lover telling the other, you are so far and yet so near. Antithesis. Then we have an interesting one called apostrophe. When a direct address is made to the dead, to a lifeless object, to plants, to animals, to God, to absent persons in our lives, then there is this use of apostrophe. Like the man telling the mountain, "O ye magnificent one," he is addressing an inanimate object. One of the most commonly used figures of speech is alliteration. When a consonant or a vowel sound is repeated more than once in a sentence, it is alliteration. Even elephants enjoy eating eggs every day. The sound of the letter E gives a poetic effect. Or, if my name is Elton and I said, enthusiastic Elton. Or, the commonly used, she sells seashells on the seashore. The sound of S. Alliteration. Next we have onomatopoeia. As you see, the whole lot of words there. Bowling, clapping, popped, fizz, sizzled, clattered. These are words that are used to represent sounds, and that is called onomatopoeia. For example, if I said the bow wow of the dog. Bow wow is onomatopoeia. The babbling of a baby. the hiss of a snake. These are words that are sounds. Lastly, we have climax. In this figure of speech, words, phrases, and clauses are arranged in order of increasing importance. Like the famous, I came, I saw, I conquered. Or, I promise to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth. You see the intensity increasing. Here's a famous one we heard as a kid. Look, up in the sky. It's a bird. It's a plane. It's Superman. Climax. Here I have a little poem that I have written, and each line has a figure of speech. Let's see if you are able to figure it out. Flying foxes flapping in fleets. The sound of F. Alliteration. Held on to sleeping branches, hanging in retreat. Sleeping branches. Branches are given a human quality, personification. Squealing, shrieking, and cackling they call. Alright, onomatopoeia, they are sounds. Annoying the silence of the day's sound. Silence and sound are opposites, antithesis. Now when I watch these leathery wings, wings referring to flying foxes, synecdoche, opening up like a web, paragliding, like a web, simile, right? O mystical, magical, momentous earth. I'm addressing the earth, apostrophe. Adventure, exhilaration, adrenaline. It's all words. Climax. I hope you've enjoyed this video.